Quitters, they are in every profession. Don't just think it's in corrections, law enforcement, first responders. We have them, and we have to deal with them as supervisors from time to time. This video is per request on how to handle a disruptive employee or an employee that will not follow instructions or shies away from them or does everything they can not to follow instructions. Did you see the NFL linebacker from the San Francisco 49ers who quit in the third quarter last night? Just went up to his coach, says, I quit. I don't want to play in this game anymore. And they escorted him to the locker room. Quitter. What are they going to do with him? Well, he has a 1-year contract apparently. And the word is he won't be coming back. He's ruined his future career for playing anywhere, I would assume, unless somebody's desperate. Well, we don't want to be desperate in corrections. We have officers who took an oath, voluntarily signed up to become a correctional officer, have a moral obligation to do your job. And for those of you who need a little reminder, let me tell you something. I did my years in the Army. I made it to staff sergeant. And even as a staff sergeant, I had bosses. And they were telling me what to do. You know, my platoon sergeant and up. Platoon leader, the platoon lieutenant. We had orders coming down and we had to follow them. We didn't say, oh no, I don't like that order, I'm not going to do it. I quit, send me home, send me back to the United States. It doesn't work that way, folks. Same in corrections. You have a moral obligation. So now let me tell you about my corrections career that I retired from. Yes, there were times when I didn't agree with a supervisor. There were some supervisors along the 29-year career I didn't really like. Let's be honest. We know what that is. But when they said, hey, I need you, I'm sending relief down to your post, and they're going to take over your post, and I need you to go do this. I need you to go do that. Blah, blah, blah. I did it because I was raised not only at home, but in the military, taught in the military. You obey your orders as long as they are lawful orders, and it's not an order asking you to do something wrong or commit a crime. Okay, and that's a whole nother video there. What do you do when that happens? Right now, we're going with your supervisors trying to run the shift as best as they can. They're asking you to do something, and it's a lawful order. That's what today's video is about. Required work assignments. Well, what you do when you want to play hot shot and don't want to do what your supervisor says, you disrupt the shift, you slow everything down, and you place everybody in danger because everybody needs to work together. I don't care if you like your supervisor or not. I don't care if there's some of your coworkers you don't like. If you want to be a quitter, don't come to work and put everybody in jeopardy and slow the progress of your shift down. Go put in your resignation. And I hate saying that because I've done videos on how we can save officers. So I guess I'll preface what I just said with the fact that we're going to try to save you. We're going to counsel you. We're going to bring you in and use progressive discipline. If the verbal counseling doesn't work, we'll start paperwork. Okay, it's not the supervisor's fault that that's happening. Oh, my supervisor's after me. They want to get me. They're going to work on it till they get me. Stop. Hold it. Time out. Did you stop to take a look at yourself first? Okay, maybe that happens, and it can, but I want you to look at yourself first. I'm the frontline officer. They're bringing me in for being non-compliant in my work assignments, not doing my work assignments. Don't jump on your supervisor right away. Let's look at yourself. Are you? Have you complained to other officers? I'm sick of this shit. I don't like this shit. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm looking for a new job, etc., etc. Well, if you are, you're bringing your other officers down, especially new officers that we want to mentor and bring up to do the right thing. You're setting a bad example. You're not doing your job, and then you're going around verbalizing all your complaints. Do you think that's what your job description is? You better take another hard look at yourself. Today I'm going to be a little hard on the front line. I've been hard on supervisors and middle management and upper management enough on some issues in the past. Front line, you need to know your stuff too. You need to know where you stand. Yes, you have the right to make a complaint, but you have to do it properly. Have to use your chain of command. Have to use your human resources, okay? But your supervisors have every right to tell you what to do. Supervisors, the two people that asked me to do this video, listen. You can't be shy. You know, what do I do when I tell my staff to do something and there's a couple of them that don't want to do it and they're trying to buck the system. They're trying to influence my other officers. Well, you can't be shy. You're a supervisor now. This is my opinion only now, folks, in this video. You want some other leadership advice? I recommend Mike Cantrell, Prison Officer Podcast, does a ton of leadership. Michael Warren, Virtual Training Academy, tons of leadership. He has a leadership site. I think he's on leadership video number 22, and he brings in some real good people. Okay, listen from several people, not just Gary York, True Prison Stories. Listen from several people and take what you like. But I'm going to tell you what I feel. You bring them in and you talk to them and you say, hey, you're bringing down my shift. We have a mission statement for this agency. We have a value statement. We have a moral obligation. That's why we're here. That's why we're in uniform. That's why we have a badge on. We're supposed to be full-grown adults, not little children that whine and cry because I don't like my assignment. I don't like what they're telling me to do. You picked the wrong business then. I'm being harsh today, but you sure did. We need people. We want people to stay, but come on, you got to get with the program. Do what you're told to do. If you don't like something, I told you, use your chain of command, use human resource. Supervisors, bring that officer in, verbal. Hey, man to man, woman to woman, man to woman, whatever it's going to be, face to face, you are not doing your job. I want to give you a verbal today. I'm asking you to please pick up in these areas. You can say please. It's okay, folks. Please, it's okay. They want to be nasty about it. We'll go a step further then. The paperwork. Officers that are being quitters, I call, when you stop wanting to do your job. Officers that are setting a bad example. I can't feel sorry for you and say, oh, is that too harsh? No, it's not too harsh. We have to work together and everybody needs to get on the same sheet of music. And supervisors, get them in there and talk to them. Let them know. Wake them up. Because I'm going to tell you, sometimes you'll have officers that are manipulative. Yeah, I said it. They're going to see how much they can get away with, especially if you're a new supervisor. Let's see how much we can get away with on supervisors. And they'll take advantage of you. Okay? All right? I've done videos on supervisors too. Please don't take advantage of those that do all the work properly and all the work good and wear them out and burn them out. Make these quitters and these people trying to avoid doing work pick up and take their part too, so that everybody gets an equal share of the work. That's what it's about, folks. This job is not easy. It's dangerous. It's risky. We don't have time for games. We have time for people to get their act together and come to work and do what they're supposed to do. Pep-Talk 101, True Prison Stories. Please subscribe. Thank you all for your service. Please have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.